Your morals, in some ways, is like a makeup. The morals that you have is like a makeup on your face. You can compare that sort of scenario and see what the picture I'm putting through. That's why I'm using this celebrity and their makeup thing, which others have treated themselves with so much treatment and surgeries and all that they cannot even go back. They can't even stand before the camera anymore. If you are too much into your morals, so much addicted to it, or so much possessed with it, or so much into it, thinking that it is the best way, you are holding on to certain morals. That is the image that puts it sort of puts you out there in some sort of characteristics. It characterizes you in a certain way due to the morals that you have got. And that is what we are dealing with, mainly on the morals aspect. And so if you have feeling that you've got the right morals and you're holding on to it, and you've got it all right and all that, and you're sort of moving, which is coming from the religion and culture mostly, because everybody is very proud of what he has or what he's got. He's been made to feel proud of it. But when these questions come up, then you find out whether you are supposed to be proud of it or not. Because that so-called morals you got has lifted you up so high, and people easily, get admired to beautiful things. I mean, don't doubt me. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking of whatever it is. I also get admired to beautiful things. I may criticize, but in an honest way of criticism. It's not just criticizing it for the fun of it. I may also admire it, and I also sort of praise it. Definitely, a beautiful thing deserves the praise. That is the weakness side of me, whereby I may end up meeting a female woman, and I will praise her. I will give her the insight of making her head swell up, and she deserves it. If she is beautiful, I don't hesitate to say such things. I probably may stare at you, or I probably may look, or probably may say something nice. I mean, you deserve to have that nice, comments. But if you do not respect the fact that that person says that I say that, so you look down on me and thinking that I'm sort of looking down on myself, and that is the reason why I'm lifting you up. That is your choice of thinking, but it is very low of you to think that way. It's very, very low of you to think that way. So also with people, boys or, guys in certain ways. You see a guy, and probably you might see this guy, and there are things that this guy does that you think that he's very, 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 so many ways sensible, or some sort of very handsome or classy guy, or somebody who's got that sense of responsibility. It could be in any class or any sort of level. And you sort of give that person that credit, or you act in a way in the men area. It wouldn't be that direct way of admiration, but you sort of give that person through certain way of gestures. You could sort of give the person to understand that guy, I think you are on the right course. I really admire what you're doing. I want to be there myself. I want to do the same thing, that kind of, and you see that person will probably take advantage of that, or take place of that, and make you look stupid. These are all part of this. And so this is the main reason why I do this. But what I'm doing also, as I said, can be taken advantage of. Because the fact that I'm tackling your moral issues, the fact that I'm trying to tackle the moral issues of society in general, or the makeup issue of society in general, if I may use makeup to sort of represent it, they might take advantage of that. There are a lot of people out there, even look at these books that I'm talking about, the Bible and the Quran, or that there are people who are taking this book and taking advantage of it. They look at it and twist it the way they feel it will suit their way of life, and they go on to it. But all that, I look down upon all that. I want you to be yourself. And you have to first find who you are, find yourself. And when you find yourself, I have found myself. When I found myself, I am so and so person. I'm sort of, let's say I find myself and I realize I'm gay, or I'm a lesbian, or I found myself and I realize that I'm a very quiet person, or let's say I'm interested in animals, or I am that. That is not what I'm talking about. That is far from the issue. If you sort of give me all this bullshit thing that you are that, it's far from the issue. That is not what I'm talking about. You're describing yourself of being something that you've realized that you're pleasurably attached to, or somehow you are lustfully drawn to, or somehow you are a sign that you feel within you that you sort of found yourself getting addicted to, or something. I mean, this isn't what we are. These are all things which are far from the idea of morality and all that. Somebody may be all that we have just suggested and yet have got good morals. When we talk of moral, your sense, ability to sort of comport yourself in the society, accept society, recognize society, you seeing yourself as who you are, is not becoming anything else but as normal as you see yourself in a toilet room or in a bathroom. That is what I'm trying to. The simple and the easiest example I can give you is when you are privately in the bathroom or in the toilet. In the gents or the ladies, that is those moments. What do you see of yourself when you are at that place? Do you feel nasty of yourself? Do you sort of feel bad of yourself? The other one is when you are engaging in a sexual activity with another partner. Those are moments that you are naturally you. You are in your. But these days, when I go in the sense of pleasure in the sex matter, it won't be solid enough, because people pretend and people come up with a lot of things. But very honestly, let's look at the side of toilet or being in a bathroom. The bathhouse. You are definitely in a situation where you feel yourself completely being yourself. You are yourself in every way. You can understand the situation you are in. You can see how the natural being that you are, and you probably wouldn't want the third person or the second person there. Only that we say shyness, or we might use, but the awareness is looking upon your shoulder, what might be there. But you are personally, you are naturally yourself. That state is what I'm talking about. Is it about nakedness? You don't have to be naked when you're alone. Just you alone being in a room. That is another perfect example. You alone being in a room, by yourself. That is where the real you is. What did you discover? What was your emotional thoughts? What was your feelings? What did you discover? What did you see of yourself? Do you think that at that moment in that room you have to wear makeup? No. Did you think that you have to impress anybody? No. The real you do not demand all those things when you are in that state. But out of that state, in the society, you are not yourself. You then demand certain things to impress. You want to be in a certain. There are so many people who, out of society, they are still normal. They are very normal in every sense. That even in their behind closed doors, you can sense them being the same person. It doesn't make a difference whether they are in society or they are in closed doors. That is where I say that if you are in that sort of state, if you are that kind of person, you have really found yourself. It does not mean any unique definition. It's just an awareness that I want you to get a picture of. And if you have got that picture, then we know that at this instance, you will begin to regard that fellow person. You might not show it to that person, and you don't have to necessarily do that. I don't have to tell a white man I respect that white man, or I see him as a normal human being like me. I don't have to tell a black man I see him as a normal human being like me. I know it within me. That's it. Because apart from that person that I may admire or might give that respect to, have another attitude that person have not found himself, and that attitude that he's got that I know of, I have got rid of mine, he hasn't got rid of it. It's very upsetting and annoying that I do not want to put myself in a situation where I have to sort of encourage or lead anything that will bring some sort of provoking act towards me. So I will have to live with it, but at the end of the day, I have to control my sort of admiration in so many ways, or I have to control my anger in so many ways. So let us think things through as to this regard and see what comes after it.